my divine creator, self-existing one. We lift our voice to worship you.
Yeah. It was a very short one, but amazing, like always. And yeah, today we wanted to talk about Nsukululu. Nsukululu. So I'm gonna play a video so that you guys can see what we are talking about. But we won't go so deep into that because I did not have the time, and I'm so sorry, to put everything together. Tomorrow we have also a meeting with the Beulah, so I can't do it tomorrow either. So it will be done on the next Saturday. But today we're gonna watch the video, and then you guys can ask me whatever you want to ask. And if we don't have no questions no more, then we are going to read some texts about some secret plans or some secrets about the Nazis and the NGOs and yeah, the world powers, some secret documents. Okay, brothers and sisters, how are you doing? Is everything okay?
Yes, wonderful. Yes.
Well,
Praises.
Things good, Master.
all praises.
Recovering from the flu over here, so all best.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'm feeling tired and sick too because of malaria, I think. I ate something outside that I shouldn't eat. Mhm. So
Gonza yebele gwandi mushinga kya moyo, gonza yebele ya ya oh. Gonza yebele gwandi mushinga kya moyo, gonza yebele ya ya oh. Mushinga kya moyo. Gonza yebele gwandi mushinga kya moyo, gonza yebele ya ya oh. Gonza yebele ya ya oh. Gonza yebele ya ya oh. Gonza yebele gwandi mushinga kya moyo, gonza yebele ya ya oh. Gonza yebele ya ya oh. Gonza yebele ya ya oh. Gonza yebele gwandi mushinga kya moyo, gonza yebele ya ya oh.
So this ritual can only be done if your ways are free. This is where the baptism came from. This is mostly done in a river, there where a river is, and then you can give to it different kinds of herbs and different kind of things to that river before you do the ritual. Yeah, it goes with singing and with worshiping, and then with cleansing of that person, or anointing him, or also delivering him in the same way. Yeah, and yeah, this is what you guys will do. So I haven't prepared it. Yeah, I haven't prepared it, but I know that you guys are prepared to do that. Yeah, that you guys can't wait to do that. And yeah, I will definitely come next week with all the things, because first we we are going to do it
Theory,
what?
theory.
Like
Practical.
theory, then we're going to practical, exactly. Yeah, so you're gonna write a lot of things down, how everything works, etc. We have some sisters that have experienced that before. They know exactly, they know a little bit what must be done. You can go to a riverside, but you can also do it in your if you have a bathroom like the old one,
Tub, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
not that one here, you need
Yeah.
this.
A real tub.
Yeah, so you can first put the herbs and everything, the rituals, the powders, the whatever what in this water, chalk into the water, doing the whole ritual, then jumping into the water. Huh? Okay. This is how it works, yeah. And then while you're in the water, you put the water on you by saying different kind of things that I will tell you also what you have to say. Saying this different kind of things that you're gonna say all the time, and then you let this water out. Yeah. And while you're going, you cover yourself and you go out. You don't look at the water no more. That's it. Then the problems goes with this water. Now, I think you guys have some questions. What questions are those? Go ahead. No, you don't have to know how to swim. If there are different kinds of rituals that people do in different kind of places. So it can be that they will really take you to a river that is a dangerous one with crocodiles or snakes or other animals. It depends on what kind of river that they're gonna take you. There's some blessed rivers. Every river has a name, and that's why you can also find those river names on still today in the Bible, and they have the same names.
Yeah, especially Central Florida. Central Florida is known for alligators, poisonous snakes. And I'm in Central Florida, so I'm 2 hours all around from the closest ocean anywhere. I'm in a peninsula. So I'm not going with snakes. Matter of fact, a snake came in my garage last week. I was freaked out. I didn't go in my garage for a week.
You see? And it happens, but they normally afraid they are scary of men, but it can happen that they come to bite you or but normally if you're doing noises and you're singing, if you're doing rituals, it's also so that you get rid of your fear. Yeah, it helps you to be fearless, to become fearless. So but real rituals, that what you do is like it helps you for your luck, for your self-defense, for everything that must be cleansed out. But real rituals must be done by Ngunza. That's a fact. Which means Ngunza have to take you with a strong arm. He has to start praying for you, anoint you with oil, singing, and mostly not one, maybe 2 or 3, singing and doing the rituals on you. Yeah, like it is written in the Bible. Yeah, this is how it works. While they're doing, even Isaiah was baptized, do you remember? So they do it in the rivers. They will sing, they will do a whole ritual on you. Yeah. And what happened after that? They started performing miracles, and he started to be called the Son of God, and having the first time the Holy Spirit.
Yes, the sign of the Spirit.
This is the real version, huh?
So that means at that time, but that time the Holy Spirit had left us. It was not with us at that time.
No, the spirit is with us. What he didn't brought the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit was with Samson, for example, with Solomon, with everyone. Yeah, no, but for his case, it was like his ministry started. Yeah, and for some other people, it's like now everything that was negative is away with. Yeah, or people that have financial problems. So everyone has his own. That's why it's always good also if there are some prophets also involved so that they can say this was your problem. Like, I did different kinds of ritual, but one of those, before they even touched me, they said we have to break down from your mother's side some chains, and they prayed like 30 minutes for me, the whole assembly, and they with drums, yeah, and 30 it take them 30 minutes to cut me off from that side. No, and I know that in their side there's a lot of problems, because from my mother's side, when I awoke, me myself, I was so inspired that I went there, and was under the tree from one of my uncles, 2016. When I came there, I put them all in a circle, and I started to pray over one after another and prophesying. And then everyone that wasn't really, from everything was said. Yeah, how our family will be over the years, and we are following everything that was said. Still today, everything is happening. But I never did it for my father's side, because my father's side has never shown us who they were and who they are. Those one or two, but it's a very secret family. Like, they don't like each other. And there's a lot of things going on in the midst there. So, and that's why the Most High had to take over. Before you wants to become a Gunza or something, you must be free on a lot of things. That's crazy. They're gonna tell you things you won't like. This is how it is. But you guys will be also able to see the tabernacle very soon. We are really working hard on it. Most to help us with that. Last time a little bit busy, and this December times I never had hard times like that, so busy, but the Most High will help us so that we get everything right. So do you have some questions on you can ask anything you want.
Massa, it's Catherine here speaking. My question is about the trip. Are we gonna get to meet elders and in Gonzas that will hopefully give us these deliverance?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
So we're gonna meet some different kind of talented Gunzas. We gonna have like a green ticket to the grots, like mountains that has a lot of doors, and we're gonna enter there, and they're gonna take us to places, to the rivers and stuff like that, taking these waters. So it will be a spiritual trip.
Yeah, I told my friend about it, and
To tell you the truth, it won't be like the South Africa trip that we did. It will be more an spiritual trip. Like,
yeah,
I'm also searching for power. It's not only you. So I think they will open myself, and they're gonna open you guys too.
Okay, because there's a friend of mine literally was diagnosed with an aggressive form of arthritis, but she's fighting it spiritually. She's praying, she's pushing herself through, and I've told her about the trip, and I've said to her, we need to fast and pray that you are able to come on this trip, because she's still able-bodied, but the doctors have said to her that you seem to have the most aggressive type of arthritis that there is. And she's cancelled it already. She said, no, that's not for me. So, and I need her to come on this trip. So please family. Her name is Sarah Gardner. Please keep her in your prayers. And if the Most High willing, she's to be on this trip, he will make a way. He will make a way.
We're gonna have some people coming to the trip. I know. I know.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some people.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. This is the Congo trip that has awoken the Bantu. Everyone
Hallelujah.
is saying Bantu today.
Hallelujah.
Congo with Ngunza, with the Chiba Malonga, yeah, Jonathan. We came out with it. And today everyone is talking about that. Yeah.
Mhm.
This is the truth, yeah. So and I like it because you can see, like, now I was now 2 or 3 minutes ago on Facebook, you can see people in America writing so many things about Congo, South Africa, western part of Africa, eastern. They know so many things right now. You don't have to say anything. They understand things by themselves. They do researches by themselves. You know, and before that we had only the people, French speaking people understanding those things, you know, and we have now people also that speak Portuguese. They understand those things, and it's amazing. It's really coming, and you can see how also the Most High is moving people to Africa by force. Yeah, so yeah, it's not easy, Africa, I will tell you, but the beginning of the world, according to, when we really go straight to the Bible, it happened in the not in the eastern part of Africa, but in the western part of Africa, in the central and like central Sudan, Ethiopia, and up to western part of Africa. Then that things in the eastern part of Africa starts to happen. But yeah, you're gonna see, because Banza Congo, the Kingdom of Luango, is also called the humanity, where the humanity has started. It's also naming, no, it's also
Cradle of humanity.
the cradle of humanity. It's Mbanza Congo.
Okay, I thought that was Uganda. Well, I thought that was like Uganda, because that's where I'm from. I thought that's where we were told that that's where the cradle of humanity started, was in East Africa.
Like I said,
Kenya also.
Kenya is also.
Everybody says the same thing.
Oh, okay,
But
yeah, but
the
it can be
truth
that
is-
no, wait. It can. The truth is that all Africa is, no,
Exactly.
but it can be that they are really going, the Muzungus, because the Muzungus decide those kind of things. They're going to those places, and according to the Bible and history that they have in their hands, they say it's here, it's there. So yes, I agree. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
It's also that's why you had during the history the Pope going to this era twice. Yeah, and yeah, so we're gonna see all these rivers, because it's an era that have a lot of rivers, and all rivers are in the scriptures, because we're gonna stay and on those rivers, and you know, doing also some rituals in these rivers. Yeah, it depends on how the Ngunzas will take it, what the Ngunzas will say. And then we're gonna go to the basin of the womb that we call the womb of Africa. This is where Diego Cao, the invader, entered. This is where Christianity has started. You know, Christianity started in the Congo basin, right? And then it started to explore to western part and East and South Africa. First they beat us up, and then they went all over. So this is the womb, right? You know, that history, no one can say, okay, from Eastern, we know that Muslims were there first, right? Don't forget that part. So, another question, maybe a spiritual question, or ask whatever you want.
If you're not able to go to like the river and get cleansed, what herbs can you use at home?
If you do the ritual?
Yes.
It's all, you know, river water has always power in it, believe me. And but you can also purify your own water. That's not a problem. and I'm gonna tell you, yeah, it's these are great secrets that I'm gonna tell you guys, and you're gonna use some herbs. You're gonna hear what kind of things you have to say, and you know, yeah, some, you know, what do my wife sometimes use? She uses sometimes even fruits, you know, and then it depends always if, you know, it depends always what kind of rituals we are doing, and then you start bathing with it. Bathing.
Is it possible to go to the river, fetch like a bucket and take it home and use it?
Exactly. You can go to the river and take the water with you, and use this water. It's also very powerful. Yeah, because then you don't have to do something on the river, and everyone is like, especially in Muzungu's land, how do you want to do that? You know, yeah, the police will come and catch you. Yeah. So, questions? No questions?
All right.
Okay, I thought we would have some more questions. Okay. So who understands this Nsukululu, or who does not understand things like today I had someone saying, you know, today I had someone saying things like you know, some Christian things. I heard today some Christian things like because of our food. Maybe do we have some questions about our food? What should we eat and should not eat?
A good one, especially on the holiday time.
Because of holidays, we want to know what we can eat and not. Because someone asked if we can eat chicken.
Oh, good. I was just about to ask, yes.
Yeah.
You said a long time ago we shouldn't even be eating chicken, and I was worried about that because that's black man's staple food.
Normally, normally you can't eat a lot of things. You can't imagine, you know, but it's also not really the truth, because that what makes the food clean is how you prepare the food. You know, this is the true meaning of clean and unclean. Yeah, sure, there are some animals we don't deal with, but there is also another secret by how you do your food. Now I'm going to explain. If I have a store, for an example, and in my store I'm selling bread with some meat in it, and etc. And now I'm preparing this bread that is now halal. Halal means without blood, well prepared. It is kosher, like the Hebrews or the Jewish would say. It is, you know, like the Most High said it should be. But now I say to this food, everyone comes to my store, I eat that food because I want to get rich. And be you know, in that food, there is already a spirit like, I want to enrich myself. You become sick or whatever, because there's a lot of food with a lot of fat. Yeah, a lot of fat, just, you know, oil, food with a lot of things inside there without pork. Because the young man asked me, what is with pork? Pork is almost everywhere. I say, yes. So what do you want to do? Do you want to stop eating yogurts? Do you want to stop eating pizza? Do you want to stop eating everything? Almost in the West, you are infiltrated already, because everything, the most of the things that you eat in the West has something, not only pork, bones from whatever. Even some people eat human flesh. Yeah, human meat. Yeah, so I was like, if you want to understand, yeah, those kind of things, yeah, then you won't eat anything no more. It's like if you really wants to follow the Most High's way, then you might have hairs like a crazy man and nails like that, you know, and you will look like a grizzly. Yeah, and people will call you crazy, but you will say that you are from the Most High. That's why. So if someone asks me what can you eat, I will tell him, don't try to eat things that are unclean, like what is written in Leviticus 11. But if you eat them, pray over them and don't eat too much of them. Don't eat too much of whatever it's not allowed to be eaten, because it can kill you. Yeah, because it's unclean. But if you're somewhere, there's a party, whatever, you want to eat your swine, whatever. Me, myself, go ahead, eat your swine. I don't care. I tell you the truth. We have to start understanding that we are not in the time of Abraham. But yes, the law won't change, but we have to renew some things. If you start following the law 100%, what we are trying to do, you won't do anything no more, because you can't. And this is a kind of hypocrite. You will be a hypocrite if you say that you do follow the whole law 100%, but there are so many traps and things that you don't do. Yeah, so you become a liar. And in this world, you become automatically a liar if you say that you are without a sin, because you are sinning without even knowing. Sin, these things is everywhere. They put those kind of things everywhere. You can be so smart as you won't know. And that's why no one knows everything, and it's good like that. And let us follow the Most High as good we can. Because the biggest hypocrite will start telling you, don't eat that, don't do that. Because the next thing that that boy said is, here in the paradise. In the paradise, Massa, the lions will eat grass. And I was thinking, like, why is it that in the paradise, the lions don't have to eat anything? Because the lion is made to eat meat. Now you want meat, you want the lion to eat grass? Is this your paradise, or is this your teacher's paradise that came from Christianity that is teaching you this crap? Okay? So with a Christian mindset, you will be like, okay, a lion, meat, why? Because eating, eating a lion eating grass. Now the lion eating grass, it has to be like that, because eating meat, yeah, it's not from the Most High. But who said that? Who said that eating meat is not from the Most High? If it wouldn't be from the Most High, then no one would eat meat.
I know somewhere in the Bible is saying that lion will lie in the mouth,
Yes.
but he will also eat it.
Yes, you have to understand something. If you're good with your animal, yeah, if you're good with the nature, understanding, this is how our forefather lived. Okay, they lived with the animals, and there was a Kintuadi, a love between. But hey, our forefathers ate meat. What is the paradise? Their thoughts or thinking of the paradise is that they will go somewhere, living with the saints, and there will be, everyone is looking at each other. Hey, do you also living in peace? And the other one there, hey man, I'm also living in peace. Look at my eye. So this is the this is the Christian bomb that they put in our mind, yeah, that the lion will start talking to you. Are you fine? You know, that's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. It won't happen like that. Yeah, maybe I should make a complete video about that to show you guys that this is not the paradise that the Bible speaks of. You can go into different kind of books, and you can explain it so easily that the world that we call paradise spiritually, peacefully, doesn't mean that everyone will be in peace. Just to tell you the truth, yeah, it just means that in that place, some people will have security, and the Holy Spirit will now be above the spirit that is leading us now. But the most of the things, many things, will stay the same in the world. You will have animals, you will have forests, you will have those kind of things. Maybe you're gonna have the power also to do different kind of things, like you know, through the spirit saying something and it comes out, like happened, like I want a car, or you know, then the car appears, yeah, stuff like that, yeah. But this doesn't mean that there will be so dramatic changes, like no meat no more. Why should we eat meat no more? This doesn't make any sense. Huh? Said the fish will eat grass and stuff like that. Okay.
From where?
I mean, they are forgetting that the plant has also a living in him. Yeah. So now you're hurting not the animal, but you're hurting the plant. So I don't know. Something must be wrong here. Okay. Question. Yeah, you have to come with the big questions now. Yeah, don't have fear. Come with the big questions. I will have an answer if I can.
I have a question. It's not a big question, but since we're on the topic of lions, and you know, they will eat meat, as you said, but they won't eat us, right? I mean, we can walk with the animals, and it'll be understand, like how you said, a Kintuadi with the animals. So you see a lion in the jungle, he's not gonna come and attack you like they do now.
Yeah, I mean, we have first to pray that to have some lions in the world, because as you can see, the Most High is bringing a judgment upon everything that is upon earth. So we have first to pray to have some people later in this world that will survive it, and some plants and a piece of land where we can start life again. Yeah, just to tell you the truth, many of us will die. Yeah, this is how it is. Many people, they are like, oh yeah, I will see paradise. If you want to see paradise, you have to die, you know. But people are like, I will survive. What? How do you want to survive? No way. No way. If you survive, you won't see paradise. If you die, you will see it, like in the next life. Okay, just to tell you the truth, born, or the Most High will wake you up, whatever. But it will be a next life anyway, brothers and sisters. Yeah, this is something that you have to know. This world will perish, will pass, and many of us will go. Those that will stay to see this manifestation of the things that will happen, that's what we have seen already. We have seen a lot of things, and we're going to see even more. But those who are going to see the Zion and the angels on one side and the divisions and stuff like that, yeah, they will be glorified. And from there, the Most High also said that he will have a way how to also show in those who died the glory of him, the kingdoms, and etc., etc. But this world will be cleaned off and everything will be made new. Maybe some people will survive, and then from there they will start giving birth again as normal, as the normal process. Yeah. The very normal process.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
because you have really to divide the worldly heavens and the heavens above. Yeah, the heavens above is like you're an angel or something like that. You are not man or woman or whatever. Yeah, this is your spirit, and you do that what the Most High does, or you are pain. Okay, one of those. But the other heaven is here on earth, so you have to be born by a man, a woman, so human. Yeah, let's say it's like this. Very easy. This year is your spirit in human body, so you have to be born. And this is what people have to know. You know, they want to go to heaven, to with the Most High. They don't know that they will. Maybe they're there by the Most High. They will not even know who they are, whatever. Until they will come back and start again, everything from new, not knowing anything, and starting their life again. It's crazy, that world. It's not easy. The people have to accept that. Sister Bridget?
Yeah. Okay, I have a question, and it relates to the head, the human head. That's the head. Okay, I read about the African tradition that talks about the head being the choice of each individual from heaven. You make your choice, the choice of head, and it precedes you, it goes with you, is here with you, and it functions with you until you leave. When I mean head, it's you could say yes, the head, but it is the soul, and it is your spirit. So, and it's important how you treat the head. That's the soul. That you talk to it in the morning. It's you. That's your soul. That's your spirit, and it's your God. It's like the God. And I wanted you to throw more light on it and help me find some parts in it. I'm actually trying to do a little bit of study, and so I said, let me ask so you can throw more light on it.
All praises. Yeah, I definitely agree with your Ntu. The head is the human. Yeah, the head, the Ntu, also found in Egypt. By the way, people can like it or not. This movement of what we call religious movement will completely go back into Egypt. Many people will start seeing a lot of similarities. Very, very soon, you're going to see so many similarities between Egypt and everything that you will find in the Bible or in our culture. Why? Because we lived in Egypt. We, that what you see as America today, this was the ancient Egypt, yeah? And we builded it. We became presidents there, yeah? Our math healings with doctors, scientists, astronomy, everything that was ours came from there. And it was a multitude mixtures of people from Africa. So you're gonna always find everything what you're gonna find, what is in the Bible, you're gonna also find it in Egypt. That's why you will have all the names. Yeah, go to South Africa, they're full of Egyptian stuff. Kenya, Nigeria, full, Ghana. Yeah, you go to the Congo, West Africa there. Yeah, full of Egyptian stuff. Why? Because we live there. And people are like, because of the Bible, they say Egyptians are Hamites, etc., etc. We are like, we don't want to have anything to do with Egypt no more. Yeah, but this is not right. People that talk about the things, and that's why you will find tombs, pyramids. You will find a lot of evidences, a lot of architectural proofs. Yeah, in Egypt. Yeah, that brought us to the Zimbabwe, that brought us to the Uganda, you know, that brought us to those errors. And that's why Egypt is very important. And the spirituality that was practiced in Egypt was Hebrew spirituality. Now, let me explain to you. The Hebrews became what? A multitude of people in Egypt. Okay? So they take over. They start taking over the new Pharaoh. The old one, he become great. Do your Hebrew stuff. You do your Bantu stuff, circumcision or whatever. And the new one started to hating them and saying, I'm going to fight them. You see? So the Egyptian culture, the Egyptian religion, the true one, is Bantu. Just to tell you guys. Yeah, it is like it is. Yeah, because there's a lot of things, you know, that people don't want to agree with, because they just know one part of the story and the other part they ignore. We can't give Egypt to the Arabs or to the Romans. We can't give it to Osman Ataturk. We can't give Egypt to France. Yeah, Egypt was Bantu. Egypt was ours. That's why you see they start later changing the colors of the biblical characters. Christianity came from there, from Ethiopia, from this era. Yeah, from Uganda, what she's saying there. This is this era there. Yeah. It was a fruitful region, not fruitful like the Central Africa. In Central Africa, what you see, Congo Basin, western part of Africa, southern part, it was like, you know, the people went to Egypt, and then it was like an unknown for the Europeans. They never went there. They never came there. They knew Egypt first. That's why they followed the Nile River. Then the Arabs told them about the people from the book that we lived already there. The Arabs knew already some Gunzas followed these family tribes and etc. etc. You're gonna meet them behind the mountains of the 1,000 Hills, Rwanda, these basins there. Okay, and they followed us through Uganda, through this up to Southern Africa, Kalahari, and then we started to go to this Congo and regions, and some from the Congo even went to further to Nigeria. It was a U-turn, you know what they did. And some of those people from what is the name? Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, and all of them. They had fights before Tyrers and stuff like that. They had the biggest fight with the Arabs, with the Romans, with the Greeks. They were invaded there. And then the Greeks and all of them, the Romans, they started to come nearer in the midst of Africa where the basin is. But they, you know, Sudan, they invaded Sudan. And they had a lot of fights against great emperors in the western part of Africa, like Mansa Musa, or the other guy, what is his name? With the elephants, he fought with the elephants and stuff like that, and many others. Hannibal.
Hannibal.
Yes. This is our history. So if you take Egypt out of our history, it's like, yeah, you're cutting us off from our history. And that's why the world will go back, yeah, to know why the pharaohs did certain things. And Moses, he was the one who could, who faced the real war against the Egyptians by saying, hey, some of the things that you're doing, it's not ours. And then the Bible talks about, I don't want you to be a part of them no more. But the Most High chose the Egyptian first. He chose Egypt and all his regions over there. Before the Bantus, he chose Egypt to be great, to hold the whole world. He put Egypt there as the kings of kings. These pharaohs knew the Most High better than anyone else. And people will not accept this kind of theories, but you will find it in the scriptures. Yeah, if he talks about Egypt, you're going to see how he talks about Egypt. He talks about Egypt like his son, like a part of him. Really? Yeah. The Hebrews lived there. We lived in Egypt. It was our home there. We were a part of this region. And we are talking about Upper and Lower Egypt. This is another thing, yeah? This is not only that Egypt what you're seeing today, because these new borders came from the Berlin Conference. That's for sure. Yeah. So when we cannot ignore history just because the Most High even call that the Hebrews live in the land of Ham. He's even saying that we came also from them. This is also another story. Yeah. So there's one thing to ignore everything, to be like, oh yeah, we are completely different, but read the scriptures, read it clear, and you're going to see that there are there are some things that you don't want to hear. There are some things you will be scared to hear, those kind of things. For example, like he's even calling them in the last days back and giving them a kingdom again and saying, your kingdom won't be like it was before, but I will give you a kingdom. Who else will receive a kingdom in this world if not the Egyptians? It's funny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes, please.
Sister Olive?
Yeah. Sorry, I was going to ask one more question. We talked about. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so obviously because this is like asking session. So, have you ever touched on spiritual numbers? Because I reached out to you a few weeks back and I said that there's this number that has just been following me for the last couple of months. It's the 777, and to the point where it got a little bit scary, and I had to start documenting and showing my children to make sure I wasn't going crazy. I sit down in a theater to watch something. A lady sits in front of me. She's got the number 7 tattooed on her neck. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? What is happening? Help me to understand the spiritual aspect of the number 7 and especially the 777s. Thank you.
Okay, great question. This is something for the tabernacles. It always depends on who you are as a person and why that number follows you. For me, it was always the number 6. It's almost everywhere, and because of the 6 having also some negative, like I told you guys, not everything. You have the Star of David, the 6-point Star of David, 666. This is the same Star of David that the Most High, that, like I told you, the Ankh is the Ankh occult, or is the Ankh from the Most High? The Ankh. Do you know what the Ankh is?
No, I don't.
The Ankh is masculine and also a feminine. You understand that?
The Ankh is the mother. Okay.
Yes, the earth is the mother.
The earth, the Ankh represents the mother bird. This is the real cross, by the way. Okay. It's where is it occurred? Where? Okay. So just to tell you guys that sometimes what people see as occult or occult, because Hitler took the cross, the Haken cross, and made it occult, it doesn't mean that in the ancient time it was occult. They just taking symbolism, they're just taking numbers and the names. Look at their names. Jacob's son, Levi. Did you never see me with a Levi shirt? They have every name comes from the Bible, and they put it outside there, and now it became companies, cars, and whatever. So are those names now occult? They are now occult because they just changed here, there, some words, but the true meaning of them is holy.
Just like the rainbow, yeah.
Yeah. True meaning of it is holy. This is what they do. They just turn everything upside down. And this is why many people do not understand there's only one spirituality. Yeah. If you have to drink water, yeah, to be anointed, they will also drink water to be anointed to become a sorcerer. It's not like they have to drink now some what is this? Some juice. No. If someone must be anointed with a sign on his forehead, well, must be washed with herbs, they're gonna move forward in the occultism and do the same, because this is spirituality. What do you practice? Spirituality? Then you have signs, you have rituals, you have all these kind of things of prayer, singing. They are doing the same. So why can't you do that? Yeah, why do you call that what you are doing now evil, while you're calling that what they're doing good? And they're doing it in front of your face. Chinese, Indians, everyone is doing it. I have never heard from a black man saying that what they're doing is evil. But now you are having the leaves, this palm leaves or whatever in your hands, which is very holy, to anoint them. You can anoint kings with that. Like, this is the way how, if you pray on that, you know exactly what the ritual, this is how you give them, go and lead our people, Yeah, maybe you have a young boy with 18, he doesn't know anything, has to lead our people. No, he needs a spirit inside of him that leads him. Huh? You don't want this young boy to bring you guys after one war after another just because of his arrogance. So this is what we have to start to understand, brothers and sisters. And it's not easy to teach those kind of things to the world.
I'm not sure if that answered my question, but I kind of yeah, with the number 7 thing. But I think I kind of understand that you need to be deeper in your spirituality to understand these things.
No, you need a prophecy.
Oh, okay.
That number for your life, because a snake in front of your door is not the same snake in front of my door.
Oh, okay.
The dog that you saw in the street, if I saw also a dog in the street, doesn't mean that it means the same thing.
Okay.
That is the problem. And
so what you're saying, it could be good and bad.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It definitely doesn't mean always something good, believe me.
Okay.
And if you start seeing this matrix thing is never good. Or there's a message that you have to understand. And for that, we are working on the tabernacle, this assembly, this Bantu movement gonna have a professional tabernacle where people can go and speak to the Most High.
Okay.
Thank you. Everyone, like it should be, saved, alone, addressing his stuff, knowing his stuff, doing his stuff with the Most High, and then, yeah, moving forward with that. Not like that we came in the church today. Oh, this brother. Oh, this brother is the fifth woman that he had. Oh, hallelujah. You know, this is, I don't know where this came from, but even the Isaiah and the scriptures and all of them, they did things in secrets, yeah? Because you can't expose someone and saying different kind of things about someone just like that, so that everyone thinks, oh, this is a murderer. Because the murderer becoming a new person in spirit is a better person, yeah, than that one that is saying that he's a spiritual gua, yeah, and doing things in the back. This is what I said with the food. He will tell you a lot of laws. He's the man of law, you know. But the truth is that the world is bigger than him, you know. And this part he will never tell you.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, two questions actually. My first question is, as you mentioned, dying in this dispensation. So my question is, if you die, say for example in this dispensation, and you do not, as a man or a woman, and you do not have any seed, how would you be reincarnated back into the kingdom? And
from that, what I know, everyone has a seed. Everyone has something like that. Even during slavery, we had a seed or something like that. They have tried very hard to give us new identities, to change our bloodline, but at last you will be going there where your fathers came from. But what means fathers? We are people that wandered over years, that mixed each other. And it can be that you live in Uganda, but you have some Ethiopian blood, or some Congo blood, or some South African blood. So who is your father? Your father and your sister and all of them are those who are with you and fighting with you. This is something that you have to know. In this world, there is nothing that is bigger than, there's no law that is bigger than to love your neighbor like you love yourself. Because everyone has to carry his cross. There's a lot of things happening. That what might happen to you doesn't happen to me, but it doesn't mean that the Most High loves me more than you. It's just karma, and everyone has to go his ways. But I will support you in your ways as much as I can, because this is how we are as a family that are struggling in this world. And there is no law that is bigger than love, yeah, because everything else doesn't care.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the other question is, as you mentioned, America being ancient Egypt, I want you to shed some light, or give me a more better understanding of Isaiah 11:11, when it speaks about Israel being united back into the motherland. So I want to know, is there an exodus coming where, for example, we over this side, because I'm all the way in Jamaica, so we're going to be repatriated back into the Congo or Africa, as it is?
So definitely, definitely there will be an exodus coming. This exodus was very well prophesied by different kinds of prophets. The names are not even written in the Bible, and this exodus will come. But this exodus is not only the black people that will wander, brothers and sisters. If you go to Revelation 7, for an example, you're calling 144,000, which are more than 144,000 for sure. But then you're calling a multitude of other people and races, coming with different kind of names and culture. Can you imagine? And this is what I told you guys about Egypt. When we are talking about Egypt, Babylon, what was Babylon? A multitude of people, yeah? And now this is where we have to become smart, and the Most High is now choosing people, You can go to Amos 9 and read it very carefully. And you're going to know that the Most High is trying to find families and people that will be able to rule the world, but from his own, and having helpers and having the full control. Now, remember David, when David started fighting the nations, he beat them up, right? And he did. But later, many of those people and soldiers from the nations fought for him. Yeah, I could be a great conqueror. I know exactly how it works. Yeah, you don't send everyone just in the front yard. If we have Elijah on your right and Massa on your left, you don't go, hey Massa, go fight and die in the front yard. No. Those people that were pagans, you can say, okay, you will slaughter, kill many of them, but the rest of them, you will be like, you do why here you will tell them, do you want to become one of us and be saved? There's only one God. No Allah, no Allah here. Say Allah one more time in your life, then it's over. Just indoctrinating these people. Why did how did the Europeans become so great? Do you know that? How can it be that black people have lost their minds today and became like, oh yeah, I'm American, witchcraft, definitely. But what is witchcraft? Spirituality. So they told us, we are your savior. We are doing good things. We are the ones giving you everything. So we became like them, Yeah. And you're scared to beat the white man up because you're like, oh, if I beat him up, no one will protect me. I will go to court. They will catch me. But he's like, what do you want? It's my country. You see, that's the difference. What I want to say is we have to be very, very smart if it comes to war. The man of war is the Most High, and he knows exactly what he does and why he does it. And no one will change this. But an exodus will happen, and it will become worse. And people are going to flee to Africa, nowhere else. The salvation will be only in Africa. The world will be thrown upside down. Waters going back and forth, volcanoes taking land. And it will be happening in the next 5 years. You're going to see many, many signs showing you guys that we have to go back to Africa. But the things that we're going to face in Africa are also other difficulties, like where to live. So I don't even want to go there. Yeah, I don't even want to go there because there's a lot of things going on. But don't think that the Most High, he said, in my houses or my place will be many houses. So he will be prepared. He's preparing politic, scientifically, or also his food, like Joseph. He sent some sheep forward in the hell, yeah, because Africa is a hell. Okay. I can just tell you the truth, yeah. He sent them there and said, do, prepare. There's some of us, they are chosen to be a sacrifice. Yeah, just to tell you the truth, that some of us, they're born to be a sacrifice. Yeah, the one that is suffering more, he receives more. He said the one that wants to become great, yeah, he's the one that is serving the others. Yeah, but today many people think the one that have 5 cars, 20 women's, and nice bufu and shoes and whatever, he's the killer and he's the one that is doing the things, Oh, now he have plenty of followers. No, there maybe that guy have plenty of followers, but there is one follower that supports that guy so that he even can do all the work that he's doing. So this is what you guys have to know. Question?
I have a question. Yes, I have a question, Masa.
Thanks, Aya.
Everybody, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Mbote, Semi, Bunjia, everybody. I have a question regarding numbers For the life of me, Masa, all my life until now, even today, I always, when I look at the time, or if I look at a movie, if I stop a movie, it's always the sequence of 3 numbers, like 333, 444. Like sometimes I'll wake up in the morning, it's gonna be during the night, it'll be 333, and then I'm like, I don't understand it because it's for I don't know what those numbers means, but it's always in sequence of 2 or sequence of 3, and it can happen 4 or 5 times during the day. It can happen, like, it's never a day that I never see those numbers coming to me. Like every day I see it, and then I prayed. I'm trying to understand what these numbers means, because every time I see it, I take pictures, and then you see I'll have thousands. I have thousands of pictures of those numbers, and I'm like, why always have repetitive numbers? Always repetitive number, like 333, 444, 555, 66. I don't see it that often, but I don't know those numbers mean what it means, and then it's haunting me all my life. And then I'm trying to understand. If you can help me out, or if I can read a book regarding it, because everything I'm seeing on YouTube, it's Muzungu's things, like satanic things, or this mean this, this means that, and then I'm like, no, that's not it. It doesn't sync with my soul when I'm trying to understand what they're telling me. It's always with them regarding this and that, or it's the angels doing the, like, it's, if you can guide me, it'll be great. Thank you.
So very, very nice. Thank you. Me myself, thanks to the Most High, don't have this kind of problems. Yeah, I would be also having some questions. But like I told you, I'm preparing the youth. The youth gonna work with me together, and when the Vates, I'm a Gunza. No, I'm also a Vate, but not like a Vate that, you know, goes like Michael, the angel comes down and just tell you exactly what happens to you, like, you know, and this is what you need. Let the Vate, I even wanted to make a video about the Vate again before we I have it prepared, you know, it's on my docs file, but the West has never understand this. I was even, I loved it when I helped Spacey, and she now came with the Bantu youth, and they try to explain a little bit here and there, and they're also doing those kind of things, because they will take you to Sangoma and saying it's the same, and this is a medium, has nothing to do with the Vate, you know. So there are some differences, and people have to start knowing, you know, those things, especially if it comes to the tabernacle. And the tabernacle is it's next week. So it's Saturday, we have the first tabernacle here. So from starting the beginning of from 2 weeks on, this week there, from Monday we are starting now the tabernacles, you know, which means people have to know. And you see, what is a Vate? You see, no one knows. So what is a Vate here?
How do you spell it, if you don't mind? Because last time
we
you
call it
talked about
Vate,
it,
and I think that's Portuguese, right? Yeah. So it's like let me explain. Someone who is sensible, or who is carrying an angel and the spirit of the Most High that speaks.
Masa, how do you spell Avate? How do you spell it? The word
V-A-T-I, I think. Yeah.
E-A-T-I.
E-A-T-I.
Okay.
No, this is Vati, right? But this is here, Vati. Okay.
Thank you.
Maybe Jackson.
Yes, Salama family. I have a question about the Vati stuff.
So the whole, but go ahead.
Sorry. So what does that? What does it mean when you wake up, start screaming?
When you wake up, start screaming.
like I was watching this video and you explained how you will be in a dangerous place, and you said somehow the Tanzanian put something in you and you start screaming, you go away, and people, the first thing they will notice is start complaining. So that happened to me. I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, it means definitely that you didn't have a good dream. Yeah, like I said, dreaming, the problem of dreaming is you're not really dreaming, you're just you're alive. Yeah, you're alive in another dimension. Yeah, and if your angel or your protectors are not strong enough to bring you back, then you will scream no more. Yeah, good that you're screaming, you know, that means you're alive here in this world. Yeah, this is how if you sleep, do you know, if you sleep, this is how the other world is, what they call paradise. Yeah, just for you to know. Yeah, you want to see paradise, sleep. Okay, yeah, then you know. You dream, sometimes you have dreams like you're somewhere in the other world and everything is nice, the sunshine, but sometimes you have also dreamed that it's horrific, like terrible. Yes, so this is the other side from the ocean and the other side from the ocean. Yeah, this is what you call paradise, or exactly this feeling what you have. Yeah, like also feeling, you know, how it hurts, you know, so like an endless pain, spiritual pain, you know. Yeah, like you it's also sweating and like you're alive but in another dimension. This is that what they, oh yeah, I want to see God, I want to see. Yeah, sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vata is vidente, like a seer.
Evate is a seer.
Okay.
Evate is not a seer because me, I'm also a seer. Evate is someone that sees without knowing no more who he is. He just cuts from that world and the person becomes like, it's like it must be an angel that takes over, and this is Evate, like, you know, yes, an angel takes over and this person is there, but now he will start speaking prophetic. If 2 or 3 are praying, I will be there too, speaking prophetically. This is how Evate works. The Vate is just like, you can be like, hey, are you there? Hey, John. Hey, man, let's go drink one beer. The Vate will be like, who's John?
Okay.
Gabriel
Yeah,
here.
I have a question. So I'm Ugandan, and recently I started to watch a prince who is a grandson of King Mwanga, and he I believe is in the right line to be not to be king, but he is more connected to the ancestors in Kalunga as the royals that place themselves there. Yeah, and I learned so much from him because he seems like a Ngunza to me, because he says things that are similar to Ngunzas, and I was excited to learn someone in our language who does this. So I started to look at more people that have this same kind of talk, but I am thinking, like, should we also go with our Buganda traditions? Because I believe there's a lot of Canaanite influence, and I fear to call or to pray to wrong ancestors. So a friend of mine said we stick to Bukongo, but I don't understand obvious Bukongo language. And I want to do Buganda, but I don't know if all in Buganda is clean spirituality.
The thing is, the Bukongo people, they do not pray to their ancestors really. Yeah, the one that we call ancestors are angels. You know, this is the problem here. And those that we know that made it, that was, you know, how can I explain? When my grandmother dies, yeah, I know that I need to have a dream or whatever, and I know how my grandmother lived. If she was drinking vodka every day, man, you know exactly what's good, what it is about. But if you know that she was dying with her covered head and she knew exactly, you know that woman made it to a star. A star never dies, okay? The world can go down, the star will be there. It will be shining there. It will be there because it's forever. This person did not die. Isaiah showed it and came and showed them and told them, look, there is nothing like dying for us as Muntu. We can't die. It's if you lost a child or whatever, yeah. You know that you can, you will see that child, this isn't, he looked like this, this is how he would become like. Hey, what's going on? Like, wait a minute. Can it be that this child will come again to this world? Or can it be that I will see this child one day in another world? When the Bantus, the Congos, are praying to what we call ancestors, yeah, elders, ancestors, we are calling the heavens, yeah, everything that has made it to the heavens in the sight of the Most High. And those people are called Balongi. They made it. What did Isaiah say? I made it. Satan couldn't take me, He made it. Why do we talk about Moses? Why do we talk about Abraham? Why do we talk about all of them? Did they not all die? No, So if this king, whatever, if they know some people who fought for you guys, this spirit of fighting in Uganda, if this warrior was there, this spirit of fighting must be taught again to the Ugandan people. So you have to have a connection to this guy. Because a real fighter, yeah, is put from the Most High there to protect your people. A bad person is a bad person, yeah, because a bad tree brings bad fruit. A good fruit, forget it. Oh, not the ancestors, Jesus only, whatever. He's the crap speaker. You don't know what he's talking about. He just don't know.
Nachivinge is clean. It's just the other people that are similar. Obviously, because we're in diaspora and we're not there. When they pray and they call on all these ancestors, it's like you say, yeah, they will call the first Muganda, like our father Chintu, because they believe that he just disappeared, and all these I don't know which word to use, but all these entities that they mention, for me, are not people that seem dead to me, because when our grandmothers would tell us this story of the people that fought, it was like people with the supernatural powers. So I don't think they are. I don't think they are like dead sleeping.
No one is perfect here on earth, only the so-called Isaiah, okay? And I don't believe that either, yeah? And it's about making it to the heavens and having a great story, yeah? And then you will become like a Maleki, like an angel, a worker, and you will start protecting your family from there, your child, and this is how it is. And prophets are even seen higher. So those angels that are around the Most High, the elements that we are calling to, the nature and the kings, they're kings above it. There's a hierarchy of people, and they're fighting for us and fighting with us. And Abraham said, I will go to my ancestors. Isaiah said, I will go to my ancestors. He said, I will go to my ancestors. So I will be buried. Adam and all of them knew that we are going there where we came from, yeah, and becoming one of them. So So how can you now believe that if you die, that you gonna be put into the graveyard of the fishes and of the cows? Yeah. So which means no, you are going to those that loves you and they're waiting for you.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there any meaning in seeing a prophet like Simon Toko?
Huh?
Is there any meaning behind seeing a prophet like Simon Toko in a dream?
Seeing him?
Yeah.
No, this is very normal. Believe me, many people will see people like Simon Toko. Many people will see people like this Kimbangu and all them because they did great things. There is no doubt. Or other great warriors, they did great things. Some of those people made it and some of them not. This is how it is. And those who, if someone is from the devil, he will invoke Lilith, he will go to Lucifer, Baal, the Moloch, and they are helping them. They will give me a child, give me this man, give me your mother, and they're giving it to them. They're receiving what they want. So you want something, now you have to connect, and this is it. People can say whatever they want to say. This is spirituality. If we're talking about spirituality, there is no other spirituality, because everything else is Christianity, and Christianity, they do it also. They practice it also, because those who knows, they do practice it, connecting to their fathers and whatever. Yeah, that's why they made Jesus white. Yeah, by the way, okay. And we have to know to whom we connect to. We have to know to whom we speaking to. That's why in the Buganda and everything, if we just start doing what they do and believe without really knowing to what they do, it's also not really good. You have to know. And that the thing that most of them do not they are not really familiar with are the angels. Brothers and sisters, maybe the angels names have here and there some changes, like Michael, we call him Makaya, Kangai, yeah, and you have Abakoka. So we have some names that are a little bit different, but these angels, they really exist, and they are servants. So if you go somewhere in a country and they are only talking about their ancestors, then you have to understand that their spirituality is going only to those ancestors that they believe that made it. Yeah, they are not connected to the angels of the Most High. Yeah, it can be negative if they if they have some things mixed and switched there, because through the angels of the Most High, we know automatically these people are in the right path. And this normally has nothing to do with the Christianity. Now it became Christianity after, now everything that goes to all the angels of the Most High has something to do with Christianity. But normally it's our spirituality. And we knew the angels before the Christians came to us. Yeah, by renaming or exchanging names in the Bible, it doesn't mean that those names did not exist before in our culture while we lived in Egypt, yeah, or while we lived in the Ethiopia, yeah, or while we lived in Babylon, etc., etc. Because these angels, they were always there for us, always.
Okay, thank you very much. But can any evil angel spirits come to deceive us?
They do it every day.
And talk like a human.
Like talking like human?
Yeah, like literally hear a voice talking.
Yeah, just become angry, then you're gonna start hearing them. Yeah, hey, I mean, this is what evate also means, yeah, because somewhere we are all vases, empty bottles, yeah, they are filled with good and negative spirits. Now you have to do the best that the positive spirits in you are stronger than a negative spirit, because if not, you will start hearing voices, you will start seeing everything negative. Maybe you will become a pervert, or you will start trying to do a murderer. Yeah, it starts becoming, because yes, there are some demonic influences. The human body has nothing to do with that what you're hearing and that what you later do, you know. There was some other spirits involved. Okay, do we have a question or? Yenge, 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 yenge.
What are the names of the herbs?
Yes, we are going to that. The thing is, I can't just teach it like, oh, fast. No, you guys have to know one thing after another. And just see, this is a whole teaching, and you have to understand one thing after another. So don't be patient. It's about to come. Yeah, it's good for you guys. Maybe you will become the next Ngunzas and saving people's life. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it.